WPPS TV3 Sports welcomes you to Portland High School football. We now send you up to the booth and welcome in Steve Schwartz on play-by-play and John Coyne on color commentary.
Good evening. It's Friday, September 15th, 2017, and we're here at Fitzpatrick Stadium for tonight's exciting football action between the Scots of Bonny Eagle and your Portland Bulldogs. This is Steve Schwartz along with Dave Levine tonight and Dave Elowich on camera. Dave, this is a rematch, if you will, of the state championship. Bonny Eagle has a very, very strong team this year. They're 2-0. They've got Alex Sprigg, number 23, who has 5 touchdowns, including a 70-yard run and a 22-yard run last week against Wyndham. They've got number 25, Nick Thorne, who has about 6 touchdowns, and really some other really superlative names in the Southern Maine Conference. And it's a much different Portland team this year.
It is a much different Portland team. Portland is a very young team. They graduated some really good players last year, and they're still feeling their way out. They have a very young quarterback in Sam Nope, who has just started at quarterback this year. He hasn't really played that much. Vinny Pasquale is touching the ball a lot in the backfield, along with a junior Zach Elowich. But Griffin Foley on the outside is still a returning player. He's a strong player for the team and their leading receiver.
Folks, in fact, he's third in northern Maine in receptions, and that, of course, bodes well for hopefully for this game and for the rest of the season. We'll bring you all of the exciting action in a moment. Always earned, never given. Portland football. That is the what the cheerleaders have put up. And that's what the football team's going to run through. Here on a beautiful late summer evening here in Portland. We have fog in the lights, the mist, I guess. An ominous sign perhaps, but it's very warm out, probably in the high mid 70s, it seems to me.
Yeah, it's a beautiful night, and the kids should have a good night playing. It's not going to be too hot for them. They should be comfortable.
And again, folks, it's just the reality here as you look at the numbers. So many more players on Bonny Eagle than there are Portland. And as you pointed out, Dave, much more experienced team, many more seniors.
Yep. Portland right now has 6 seniors on their roster. Only really 4 of them have any significant play time, whereas Bonny Eagles is running now with 17 seniors. They have a full offensive line and defensive line that can rotate in and out. They have a lot of players that can come off the field, where Portland has to double up and have kids playing a lot of both ways a lot, and that just wears them out towards the end of the game.
Well, that's a point very well taken. A nice rendition of the national anthem by the Portland High School Band. We'll be back with kickoff in a moment. So deep for Bonny Eagle are Zach Maturo and Alex Sprague as Quinn Clark is set to kick off from the 40. And it's picked up at the 11 by Maturo. He cuts back the other way and heads upfield. Nice return as he's brought down by Chase Graves. Excuse me, by Sam Nope.
Good return by Bonny Eagle, puts them in good field position to start the game. Portland defense has just got to play strong. They can't let this passing attack get to them.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 38 now. Soroy is the quarterback. He had 3 touchdown passes in the first game against Sanford. He's in the gun right now. And he gets a nice, dumps off a little short pass to Arlo Pike.
Yeah, Pike is their big tight end. He ran a nice little out route. No real pressure from coming on the quarterback, and it was just an easy pitch and catch just to get him into the rhythm of the game.
It's a 12-yard completion. The ball will be 1st and 10 on the 50. They've got one in motion and they've got one running, and it is Alex Sprague.
Yes, a solid 6-7 yard pickup for Sprague, right up the middle, running right behind that big offensive line.
You know, and Bonny Eagle has been known for years for their big offensive lines, and they grow them big there. It's almost like Iowa, Maine or something.
Well, jet sweep, fake.
Yeah, and Soroy right up the middle for the first down and more.
Another 10-yard run, a little misdirection. Trying to get the linebackers moving to the right, and they just run it right up the middle. Again, their offensive line is averaging about 245, 250 pounds. They're big boys.
So it's 1st and 10 now from the 34. Soroy remains in the gun. He's going to throw to the left side, and it's going to be out of bounds as he was looking for Cordell Menard, who was covered by Vinny Pasquale.
Yep, good coverage that time by Vinny. He stayed right with his man, wasn't fooled by the play action, ran downfield and forced the wide throw.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 34. Bonny Eagle has so many weapons. They can throw, they can run. And they do it with aplomb as right now coming on to the outside is Sprague, and he's brought down by Teron Moss. Yep,
this is the first time Sprague's really touched the ball. He went outside this time. He tried to cut it up the middle, but it was all blocked off, and he ran outside and picked up a good chunk of yards.
Nice. It's a 15-yard gain. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 18. And kind of trying to get some something on the outside, but Zach Elowich company has stopped
Portland
that.
smelled out that jet sweep. They strung it out nicely, followed him outside, let the runner cut up field, and then they made the nice tackle for a 1-yard gain. That's exactly what the defense has to do.
It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 17. Soroy in the gun. He's got Sprague next to him. And Sprague carries through the middle. Penalties were absolutely just obliterated Portland last game in Auburn.
Yeah, they got into their own heads a little bit and kind of played out of character. In order to beat Bonny Eagle, a team like this, you can't have any penalties. You can't make any mistakes. You just have to play hard and smart football, and hopefully that some of the athleticism that you have can make some plays.
3rd and 6 from the 14. 9:11 left in the first quarter. Soroy on the keeper. He's going to be close, but I think he's going to be held shy of a first down.
Yeah, Teron Moss came in from this safety position and made a nice stop there.
So 4th down now for Bonny Eagle. They've got some thinking to do.
This is a big stop for Portland. This would go a long way to helping their momentum.
It's 3 yards to a first down. The ball's on the 11. Ooh, and Sprague is, well, we'll see what forward progress does. He might have been held shy of the first down.
Zach Elowich came in the backfield, grabbed him, and held on for dear life, hoping that the troops would arrive, and they came in hard. It's going to be very close.
So there's going to be a measurement as Steve and Dick and Bobby and Gary are our sideline folks here for Portland.
It's short. Portland held. Big stop for the Portland defense. They're going to take over on their own 8-yard line. Beautiful play.
Very nice. The crowd is happy. That's a big deal. Portland is pinned back to their 11 right now, but a nice little boost for them. So here we go, 1st and 10.
Yeah, Sam Nope kept that ball, just trying to get a little bit of breathing room back there. He picked up a yard. Portland really just needs one first down to get them out of trouble, and then if they can punt and hold again, they'd be all set.
So Nope is in the gun. He keeps it again. He's going to sweep out, cut in. Boom. Right there is big number 89, who's Austin Miston. Austin Mitson is a 6'1", 235-pound senior linebacker.
Yeah, Portland tried a little misdirection, sending everybody to the left and trying to roll out Nope back right side. Bonny Eagle corner came up on it and forced the play back in. And really, Sam had nowhere to go except in the midst of the big lineman.
3rd and 8 from the 10. The close hashtag near us here is Nope is back to throw. Oh my goodness. In and out of the hands of Mitson, who would have anticipated that nice play before, but it's Portland's going to punt. And we'll see what happens here as Zach Elowich is likely to come out. He is leading Northern Maine in punting with a 40-yard average. Kind of a newfound talent of the multifaceted Zachary Elowich. There's a nice kick, picked up at the 45 by Sprague, and Teron Moss is going to drive him all the way back to about the 45 going the other way.
Beautiful play by Teron. He came up hard and then broke down just before getting to the receiver so he could actually be balanced before he makes that tackle, grabs him hard, and doesn't let go.
And he had Ben Stasium coming in for support. We're back. You didn't know we took a break, folks, but we did. So Soroy in the gun. He's got Sprague, and again, a swarming Portland defense. And that is going to be a loss, I believe, of about a yard.
Yeah, loss of 1. Ben Levine broke through on the in the center guard gap and made the tackle in the backfield. Thorne was thrown for 1 yard loss.
Well, folks, so far, Portland their defense is outstanding tonight. 2nd and 11 from the 49. Soroy back to throw. He's got some time, and he's got an open man on the right side. He's going to cut the other way, and watch out as he's off to the races. And Mr. Sprague, Alex Sprague, scores a 51-yard touchdown.
Yeah, the cornerback lost his coverage, and he was able to just lob it over at the top to a wide open wide receiver, and he was able to run cross field, picked up a couple blocks, and just into the end zone. Far too easy.
And it's through for number 5, Christian Napolitano, who is a running back, a defensive back, and a fine kicker for Bonny Eagle. It's 7-0 Bonny Eagle, 6:07 left in the first quarter. Okay, folks, here comes Napolitano with the kick. His first kick of the night, and it's caught at the 4-yard line by Vinny Pasquale. He broke one earlier this year. He gets it up to about the 25-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Dogs. Steve Schwartz and Dave Levine for WPPS TV3 Sports, along with Dave Elowich on camera. 1st and 10 from the 25. Nope in the gun. He's got Moss on the left side coming through. He's going to pick up a couple.
I think the key to the Bulldogs' success tonight would be to keep the ball outside. They can't run at this big defensive line that Bonny Eagle has. You have to try to use your athleticism. Vinny is very fast. Teron is very fast. Keep them outside and keep working the perimeter, and maybe you can break one.
It was a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7 from the 28. Nope, with a nice throw to the right side to Elowich, who's brought down by who else but Alex Sprague, just shy of the 30.
Yeah, he breaks that tackle. He could be running for a while. There was only one person there, and Sprague made the nice shoestring tackle and took Zach down.
Mr. Sprague, a 6-foot, 190-pound senior, has been a player to contend with in the state championship last year. Perennial player to watch. All-conference player for the Bonny Eagle Scots. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 30. Or I think 3rd and 5. I don't know what's about that scoreboard. But here we go now. Teron Moss gets the first down and more. Up to about the 42-yard line.
Here's that quick wide receiver screen, keeping it to the perimeter, letting your speed guys take over. And Teron made one guy miss and picked up a nice 10-yard gain.
You know, I think just a few minutes ago I heard from our analyst, Dave Levine, that that's what you need to do.
That guy might know something.
You might be like Tony Romo on whatever network he's calling plays for these days. Yeah, up the middle is Nope.
Yeah, Sam came right in behind Zach Elowich, trying to get a little something up the middle. It's not meant for a big gain. It's meant to try to keep people honest. You can't just go outside. You can't just go inside. You have to keep moving it around, in and out.
Bonny Eagle, one of 2 crossover games from north to south. The other being, of course, the Battle of the Bridge, South Portland, a little bit later on. It's 2nd and 8 from the 43. The pitch will come out to Moss on the left side. And he does get a few more yards, again, going from side to side.
3rd and 6 is a pretty good position to be in. You don't want to keep that long yardage. You want to keep it manageable. This could be another one of those quick screen passes to the outside. Maybe try to get Moss or Pasquale moving in space a little bit.
It's also a good way to ease Sam Nope, the sophomore, into a poised quarterback here by giving him these short chances. But this time he's going to air it out and almost picked but dropped by, I think, Greg Emerson.
Yeah, he was looking for Nico Levitt on a seam route at the tight end spot. And he just underthrew it a little bit. If he had held on to the ball just a hair longer and was able to put some air under it, Nico was going to run free. He just didn't hold on to it. And that's just young quarterbacking. He'll learn.
So Zach Elowich will kick it from about the 35-yard line. Big high kick, nice hang time. It's picked up by Menard at the 15. He's going to come up on the right side, and Teron Moss and company are going to bring him down. After a return of 12, 13. So the mist comes in as we have a tropical air mass over us, really the very few remnants of horrible Hurricane Irma devastated the South. Oh, coming through the pack is Sprague, Alex Sprague, and he's off to the races, folks. And that is about a 67-yard touchdown.
67-yard run right up the middle. The offensive line just moved the defenders out of the way. The linebackers had already been pulled up, and he was just gone. He's big, he's strong, he's fast, he's got good vision. He had coming into this game, he had 346 yards rushing already, and you can see why.
And Napolitano puts it through and true, and it's going to be 14-0. It's a short kick, picked up at the 18.
Ben Stasium.
And he's breaking it, folks, to the right. Oh, my gosh, that's a horse collar. See if that gets, yeah, there's a flag.
Flag's down, face mask penalty. That's going to help Portland. Big return by Ben Stasium, another one of those junior players that are going to be big for this team next year. Brings it out to the 45, gets the face mask penalty, which will add another 15 yards onto it. And Portland's now on the right side of the field.
He was brought down by Nick Thorne, who got a hold of his mask or his collar or something, but his head went one way and his body went the other, and they're going to walk him off now. So Portland in Bonny Eagle territory at the 40, where it'll be 1st and 10.
This is where Portland needs to make some plays. They need to get those first downs going. They need to put Bonny Eagle on defense, put some pressure on them, and move the ball a little bit. They can't let their defense come right back onto the field.
So we have a short pass, but he's down, and this is not the NFL. So when Vinny Pasquale went down, that's the end of any possible gain.
Yeah, the defensive end on that side came breaking free, and when Sam tried to throw it, he had to throw it kind of around the outstretched arms there, and because of that, it came in a little bit short.
So it'll actually be about a 3-yard loss as it was behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 13 from the 43. Sam Nope in the gun. Throwing behind, Big Charlie Eglin blocking, and number 7 for Bonny Eagle, Maturo, is right there.
Yeah, there's a flag on the play. It looks like it might be pass interference.
I was just going to say,
defender jumped the route a little bit early, and Vinny, I think, got hit a little bit too soon.
You talk about the level of the depth of Bonny Eagle, and frankly, many schools versus Portland. But the fact is that they also have some pretty good two-way players themselves.
Yes, they do.
Sprague, Maturo, others.
Yeah, Bonny Eagle has 300 players in their youth system, which is a huge feeder system for them.
So the flag, though, it looks like was picked up, and they're just going to call it an incomplete pass. So it's going to be 3rd and 13 from the 43.
Trips to the right.
Nope, back to throw. And it's a pick. And that is in the arms of Cordell Menard, who's going to take it all the way down the sideline, cut back to the middle. And it's going to take 4 dogs to bring him down as he's got forward progress to the 20.
Yeah, Portland put trips to the right and cut one of their receivers across the middle. The problem was there were way too many players for Bonny Eagle there playing a deep zone, and Sam just threw right into the teeth of their defense.
So, folks, it's 1st and 10 from the 18. Bonny Eagle, 1:23 left in the first quarter, 14-0, and they're threatening. Wow, that was a ton of time that Soroy had, but now there's some nice penetration. And Ben Levine is the first man in, along with Nathan Kapongo.
Yeah, the defensive backs that time really played good shutdown defense on the wide receivers. He had nowhere to go. The pressure finally came from the inside with Ben and Nate, and they finally forced the throwaway.
So 2nd and 10 from the 18. And there's a handoff to number 25, Nick Thorne.
Not sure where that play was going, but Portland seemed to have that smelled right out. They had good penetration on the line, forcing the cutback, and it was a good job by Nick Thorne to put his head down and pick up a couple on that.
We're within the last minute of play here in the first quarter with the score 14-0. It'll be 3rd and 10. Actually, that's not true. It's 3rd and 5. I can't rely. We can't necessarily rely on the scoreboard. Soroy on the keeper on the right side, and he's first man in there is Ben Stasium.
That's going to be close to a first down. I think they might have just gotten it. Portland defense again got there, but these are big runners, and it's taken more than one guy on the defense to tackle them. And because of that, they're getting the extra yard here, yard or two, to get close to the first down here.
So, folks, it's the end of the first quarter. Bonny Eagle is leading the Portland Bulldogs 14-0. We'll bring you second quarter action momentarily. So here we go, folks. It's going to be first and goal. It's going to be 3rd down with 1, but they're going to come in anyway. They're just going to bring it in. It'll be touchdown, Bonny Eagle. That'll be Alex Sprague, who will get that's a 9-yard run. It's his 3rd touchdown of the night on this young man's birthday.
He's having a heck of a birthday right now, and he is a big, strong, fast kid, and he's right now, honestly, the leading candidate for the Fitzpatrick Award.
So Mr. Napolitano will be up to kick it, try to kick it through, make it 21-0. It's a low snap, but in and through. So 21-0, just a few seconds into the second quarter. Christian Napolitano set to kick off a Bonny Eagle from the 40. It's going to go on the right side to Teron Moss. He's going to bring it through the middle. He's got one to beat here, and now he's off to the races, folks.
No one's going to catch Teron. He is just too fast.
Oh, my gosh. Almost brought down. It's a touchdown, Teron Moss.
Big return for Teron. He just took it right up the middle. The blockers held on to their blocks nicely, and he just read it and took off. He knows he's fast. He knows he can outrun people, and he used it.
Alex Sprague just got a hand on his foot. And now Quinn Clark will come in and try to convert the extra point.
It's a nice little shot in the arm for the Portland team.
It is indeed, and Griffin Foley will hold for him. Up and through. So 21-7 now as the Bulldogs get on the scoreboard. There's 11:38 left in the first half. So Quinn Clark now set to kick off as the Dogs get some life here in this game. Down by 14 now. Here's a nice solid boot. It's going to go all the way down to the 5. It's picked up by Matoro. Still on his feet, brought down finally by Griffin Foley and Ben Levine. Ben gets up a little gingerly, but he is shakes it off here.
That's another one of those two-way players for Portland that if he gets hurt, they're in a lot of trouble. They rely on a lot of the same players both ways. And that's what happens when you have a small, young team.
And, you know, from the players' perspective, they probably love it, but maybe not so much at the end of the game. It's 1st and 10 now from the 35. So Roy in the gun, and he's got his man wide open there, Cordell Menard. And he's going to go to the races, folks.
Yeah, again, the defensive backs for Portland get sucked up on a play action. There's nobody deep. The safeties get caught looking in the backfield, and he just ran right by him. He was wide open, 10 yards behind the defense.
That's a 65-yard pass play. And just like that, Bonny Eagle gets it back. There's a hush over this crowd.
That quick life that they got from the Teron Moss touchdown return really just is gone now.
Napolitano goes through with it. It's 28-7. And we'll be back. Once again, Christian Napolitano to kick it from the 40. A low squib picked up by Teron Moss. We'll see if he can work some magic again. Gets a nice block, but 7-on-7 there. And Maturo stays with it as Pasquale tried. And that time Maturo tackles Moss after a short gain. It'll be Bonny, it'll be Portland ball on the Bonny Eagle 26-yard line. So Portland now from their own 26, 1st and 10. Nope, with the keeper. Oh, boom. That is a big-time play by John Misowitz.
Yeah, that time the keeper went right through a nice hole off to the left side. The line actually moved some people out of the way. Problem was linebackers were untouched at that point and could tee off.
By the way, that was number 75, Will Horton for Bonny Eagle. Their big 6'1", 270 defensive lineman. So it's going to be a 2nd and 7 now from the 29. No pitches, and that is, well, let's see, folks. That could be ruled a fumble.
It's absolutely a fumble. Bonny Eagle recovers it down on the Portland 5. This is getting ugly quick.
Ouch.
Just a mishandled play. I mean, the pitch went back. I don't know if Vinny took his eyes off the ball or it was a little slick from the fog or what happened. But when it went through his hands, he just had nothing. There were too many Bonny Eagle players there for even him to try to get the ball.
It was a little bit behind him. So, of course, that was an issue there as well. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 7 right now. Bonny Eagle threatening to make it a 4-touchdown lead.
Setting up 3 wide.
To the left side and deep, and what a beautiful
pass.
Yeah, that was really a pretty play.
That was beautiful. It was a nice corner pattern by the wide receiver, marked up one-on-one. Defender was coming from the inside of the field, so he was already a step late, made up the ground at the very end, but the ball was just lobbed over his head, and it was a pitch and catch.
So that was Cordell Menard with a 7-yard reception for the TD.
That's his 2nd on the day, too.
So Bonny Eagle makes it 35-7 with 10:17 left in the first half. Here we go, folks. That is a huge boot. It sends Pasquale down to about the 6. And he doesn't have much daylight there as he gets it up to about the 20. Where the Dogs will have it 1st and 10.
Let's see if Portland can go back to what worked for them a little bit earlier. They were going to those wide passes. They were pitching it wide. They were keeping it outside a little bit, letting their speed guys take over. See what they can do. They've got to get something going on offense just to get a little bit of momentum going.
So nope on the keeper. I don't know if that was by design or not.
That looked like a broken play. He looked like he wanted to go to the left side, and running back wasn't there. All he saw were 2 defensive ends from Bonny Eagle coming rushing at him, and he had to run for his life. I don't know if that was some sort of broken play. Someone went the wrong way.
So 2nd and 13 on the 3-yard loss. The ball is on the 17 of Portland. Nope in the gun. He's got Griffin Foley. A nice reception there as Maturo brings him down.
That's a nice little play. That's those short little passes, getting it into your playmaker's hand. Griffin is one of the best receivers right now in the league. He's just their offense is being hindered by they're young, they're inexperienced, they're just trying to learn. They're trying to learn their positions, and Griffin's kind of unfortunately has to deal with that. As good as he is, he can't make it up for everybody.
That was a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd and 8 now from the 22. And this time going the other way, but nobody home as Christian Napolitano from Bonny Eagle had a beat on that.
Sam was looking for a post flag route, and I think Vinny ran the post. So they were another miscommunication. It's a growing team. This team is going to be much better next year when some of these sophomores and juniors who are getting a lot of play time now will get to play again next year.
Another nice kick by Zach Elowich, picked up by Menard on the left side. He goes the length of the field before he finally breaks upfield. And boy, he brings it back a mile. So 8:19 left. The score is 35-7. Here we go, folks. As Bonny Eagle talked it over. Head
Another
coach
pass.
is Kevin Cooper. Oh my gosh, that's a beautiful pass. And Teron Moss does bring down the receiver before the sideline as...
That's Arlo Pike, their big tight end. He just ran that seam route. He ran it before, was successful with it. He just ran it from the other side of the field this time. Got good leverage on the defensive back, kept him to his backside, and was wide open for a good pass.
So it's 1st and goal from the 3. Boom! Through the middle is Alex Sprague, his 4th touchdown of the night.
Untouched off to the right side there. His last 4 touches have all gone for touchdowns. 51, 67, 8, and now 4. That's a pretty good birthday for him.
It's up and through, and it's, well, that's going to be no good, actually. So 41-7 is the score. We'll be back. Here comes Napolitano now, kicking from the 40. Booming kick. Pasquale picks it up at the 10, brings it down to about the, he goes the other way now. And he's brought back, though, to about the forward progress will probably bring it up to maybe the 25-yard line.
Well, with almost eight full minutes left in this first half and Portland down huge, I think this is just the time that you've got to just get anything going, get any sort of offensive play that you want to work on. You're not going to win this game. You're not going to come back. But this is the time to maybe move some other people in, try some plays that you want to get working on for later in the year. So run right up the middle for 5 yards that time. Zach Elowich with a nice carry, ran hard. Positive yardage on first down is always helpful. They can keep it into 3rd and short. They can maybe convert and try to move the chains a little bit. Same play.
Yeah, right up the middle. Nice play by Zach Elowich to pick up the first down for the Bulldogs.
That's another 6-yard play right between the guard tackle spot off the right side.
So 1st and 10 now from the 37. Elowich.
Third play that time didn't fool Bonny Eagle. They ran it a little farther outside that time. Picked up a couple yards on it.
Checking in for the Dogs, Sam. Nope. With the play from Coach Hartman. Second and 7 from the 40. Yeah, nothing doing there either.
Tried coming a little bit to the left there with some power football again. Picked up another 2-3 yards, keeping it third and manageable. But Portland needs to pick up a couple more than 3 yards at a clip at this point to try to move the chains. Leaving it in this position is a little tough for them.
Yeah, still about 3rd and 7 here. Ball on the 42. Nope has Griffin Foley, but he wasn't fooled. He didn't fool Greg Emerson and Christian Napolitano.
Yeah, they tried the wide receiver screen. The defensive backs just jumped the route real quick, got around the blocking outside there of Vinny Pasquale, and Griffin caught the ball but had nowhere to go. It was a nice play design. It just wasn't, the defense wasn't fooled.
Zach Elowich back to punt. It's a line drive. It's a nice kick. It's good. Oh, a little, excellent play there. A great kick by Zach Elowich and Teron Moss on the coverage as Cordell Menard could not handle it. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from their own 13, Bonny Eagle. And coming out through the pack, trucking along is number 25, Nick Thorne, on the right side. And oh my goodness gracious, folks.
Nick Thorne, 90-yard touchdown run right up the middle. The defensive backs were chasing the whole time. That wasn't good. Ben Stasium just couldn't do it. He was there, but he's just, that's a big boy.
Yeah, and that's going to go down as an 87-yard run. And of course, depending here, actually, Portland does not score before the half here. We're going to have running time starting the second half. So, folks, it's 48-7, Bonny Eagle, 4.5 minutes left in the first half. So, once again, Napolitano to kick. He's going to be tired tonight. He's going to have a tired leg, as Zach Elowich may as well. Picked up at the 5 by Vinny Pasquale. Spins around, looks for a little daylight in the middle, but he's going to be swarmed by several Bonny Eagle players.
Ball came out.
Yeah, possible fumble here if his knee wasn't down.
Forward progress might have been stopped, though. Portland does recover. Nico Levitt on the bottom of the pile. Let's see what Portland can do here. They're down big. They just have to play right now for some pride. They have to try to see if they can get anything going and get their mojo back.
Yeah, no, that's a swarming Bonny Eagle defense.
Yeah, they faked the jet sweep to try to have Sam Nope come right behind Teron Moss, and Bonny Eagle defensive side on the back side of the play was just too fast and chased it down. They pulled the guard, they pulled the tackle, so they were hoping to get out quicker, but that just left a free run for the defensive line.
Two Bonny Eagle stalwart supporters, Ryan Rand and Mike Ames, two fellow umpires as well, are in the stands tonight and have dropped by the booth to say hello. It's going to be 2nd and 13 from the 12. And again, just Bonny Eagle really firing on all cylinders tonight.
It's a swarming defense. There's always more than one person around the ball. There's always more than one person making a tackle, so there's no chance of extra yardage after contact.
It's 48-7 with 3 minutes left in the first half here at Fitzpatrick Stadium. The Bulldogs on the short end of that here on WPPS TV3. And, looking for Teron Moss and Soroy on the coverage as well, but it was overthrown.
Seems like they're going deep a little bit more often than they want to. They did have some modicum of success with some of those short, wide passes, and they didn't even try one on that series.
So Elowich gets it off, and he's going to go up just shy of the midfield as Emerson is going to pick it up. Ooh, he dives low and is brought down finally by number 51.
No, it was I don't know. I'm not sure who 51 is. He's not on our roster.
Unless I'm mistaken, and it was Koa Farnsworth, 57, but it looked like 51. In any event, we've got just over 2 minutes left here in the first half.
Bonny Eagle starting again on the Portland side of the field.
And deep in Portland territory, over in the 25, as Alex Sprague with the carry.
Portland is starting to substitute a little bit more right now. Get some of the younger players in with get some more experience for them. Another nice run by the quarterback. Ben Levine did disrupt that play, but just couldn't make the tackle in the backfield. And quarterback was still able to run up for another good 7-8 yard gain to put it at third and very short. Sprague ran off tackle for, looks like it's going to be very close to a first down. You can't really see through the fog here.
A minute 10 left now in the first half.
It is a first down.
So it's going to be first and 10 from about the 16. We have a whistle and a flag. So it could be a delay of game. It's actually a hold.
It's an interesting call. Maybe it was a false start, illegal substitution. I couldn't quite tell. They didn't even run the play, and they indicated hold. Must have been illegal formation, illegal procedure.
So on the left side, Soroy on the keeper. He's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
That was a nice tackle by a linebacker there. I couldn't quite see the number, but he read the play Kept it to a very short gain. Brings up 2nd and long.
Yeah, it'll be 2nd and 15 here as Sprague gets the ball, and nothing happens there either. It gets back a couple maybe.
Bonny Eagles going hurry up.
Folks, that's going to be the end of the first half.
Intercepted in the end zone on the last play.
Well, that's something to go into the locker room on. It is 47-7, however, and we're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll be back with second half action momentarily. So here we go. Portland is kicking off to start the second half. As Bonny Eagle, Sprague will pick it up and gets about a 18-yard return. It'll be 1st and 10, Bonny Eagle. So Bonny Eagle's ball here. It looks like they've started both halves with the ball. Little screen pass to the left side and caught by Napolitano, who's brought down by Jonah Green and Cam Conley.
So it looks like Portland's trying to move some people around, maybe make some adjustments on defense, see what they can do. This is all going to be work in progress for next week, really. This is hopefully this is what they're going to work on.
Yeah. Well, that's a nice swarming defense by the Dogs. That time led by number 48, Nathan Kapongo.
They tried a little quarterback option there, and defensive end rushed up the field quick to take away the pitch, forcing the quarterback inside again. And the swarming line actually made a nice play there. Third and short. See if the Dogs can get something going.
Well, right up the middle. And it looks like very close to the first down.
Yeah, he was able to put his head down and just barely get it. But again, it was good swarming defense by the Dogs. They actually made the hit. They made the play. It was just a little bit too much of a run.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 45. Running time right now, 9 minutes, 40 seconds left in this third quarter. 48-7 is the score. And going out on the right side and really getting some very, very decent yardage is Christian Napolitano. He runs, he kicks, he catches.
Jet sweep coming across the formation. Dogs just couldn't keep up with the trying to string it out as far as they could. He was able to cut upfield and get some really decent yardage on that run.
1st and 10 from the 40 now. 9 minutes left in the third quarter. Bonny Eagle into Portland territory. Soroy hands off to Sprague, gets a nice hole, backs into about a 8-yard gain. So it's going to be 2nd and 1, actually. It could be a credit for a 9-yard gain from the 31.
Bonny Eagles spreading it out with 3 wide receivers, single setback.
And straight up the middle is Soroy. Goodness. Coming in for the nice tackle from behind. Cam Conley saves a breakaway there.
Yeah, just another read option. Quarterback kept it. line was moving to the right side following the running back, and he was just able to come off the left side with nobody there.
And the chains move as it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 15 now.
Fumbled snap.
But recovered. Brought down by Ben Levine. Motivated.
He's still fired up. Portland just has to play for pride right now. They have to take little victories, little wins, and start building on it. They're not going to win this game, but if they can start putting some pressure together, putting some plays on offense together, they could be well served later in the season.
And in the years to come, because they are, as you suggest, a very, very young team. Second and 14 from the 19, and there's Sprague. Watch out. His 5th touchdown of the night. It's a 19-yard variety.
Right up the middle. Good blocking on the line. Pushed everyone out of the way. He was into the secondary in a flash.
Happy birthday, Alex Sprague. 6.5 minutes left. The only time the clock will stop here tonight, I think, is after a score. Now, that's a chip shot, and it is good. So there's your score, 55-7, 6.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Napolitano now with the kick to picked up at the 7 by Vinny Pasquale, goes to the right, whoop, gets past one tackler, gets past two, but ultimately is brought down by who else but Alex Sprague. Little words there, back and forth. Not really sure about the scoreboard here, as we thought there'd be a running time. The officials, though, are able to stop it and start it. Oops.
High snap.
Yeah, that's
just fall on the ball.
Yeah, that's recovered by Nope. Huge loss. Obviously, you want to see these young players keep their composure.
Portland starting to sub in some of their younger players. Number 21, Jamal Mariba, just came in. He's now lined up in the backfield. He's a JV running back.
2nd and 30 from the 8. Oh, he fumbles. Yeah, that is a fumble, and that is a touchdown by Will White. Will White is a junior. And that is 61 so far to 7.
Young kids getting their first touches as a varsity player in a blowout here. He had the ball. He just got hit and didn't secure it. Kick is wide right.
Yeah, so it's 61-7 with 5 minutes and 12 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. So Napolitano to kick off again. It's a high kick fielded by Stasium. He's got one blocker in front of him.
Vinny picked up a nice block by Vinny.
That was important as the tackle was made by Tyler Williams and Spencer Westcott.
Yeah, that was a good return by Ben Stasium. He was able to follow his blockers upfield, read it very nicely, made one cut at the end, lowered his head, and was able to pick up quite a bit of yardage.
So it'll be 1st and 10 here. The ball is on the 36-yard line. And here comes Zach Elowich with a nice run.
Yeah, it goes back to that last series that when the Bulldogs had it last quarter. They ran a couple nice off-tackle plays. That time it went to the left side behind the guard and tackle over there, picked up good 6 yards.
2nd and 4 now. Yeah, Nope dives through to get a little bit, tries to get the first down, but he's going to be shy of it.
Trying to stay outside, but run into the short side of the field is asking a lot with this defense that Bonny Eagle has. Their line doesn't have to move that far when you don't have to cover that much ground.
Be about 3rd and 3 here. Elowich up the middle, and he gets the first down. Nice effort by Zachary Elowich, who's wrapped up by Tyler Williams and company.
Another good 5-yard pickup by Zach. Running hard, getting his head down, knowing he just needs 5 yards for the first down, and that's what he got.
So Tyler Williams, who tackled Zach Elowich, is actually his cousin. That is a fun fact.
The yard markers.
Big number 56 comes out, Jake Sperry, 6 feet, 300 pounds. As the Bonny Eagle line is just a massive show of strength here in size. 1st and 10 now, ball on the 50. Here comes Zach. Ooh, he takes down Will White on the way out.
Another good 8-yard pickup by Zach, staying outside, lowering his head right at the end. Picks up an extra yard or 2 at the end and showing some grit.
You know, when you see Zach Elowich even take the ball on the handoff, he just is a natural. He protects it and is ready to just go straight ahead. He's really fun to watch and has been from my perspective. And I'm not just saying this because I'm also his cousin, but from the time I saw him play in middle school.
This is a good year. This will be a good year for Zach. He's going to be an important part of the offense next year. He's going to be the feature back for a team that will be much better. Again, they're young, they're inexperienced, but every minute that the sophomores and juniors that are on this team can get now will pay dividends in the future.
It's going to be 3rd and inches. As number 35 checks in for the Dogs, and I'm not sure who that is.
Portland did pick up some new players from Casco Bay High School, so they might be trying to work some of those players in, and they haven't made it to our rosters yet. Keeper by Sam got the first down.
There's 21 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. The score is 61-7. And Dogs won't get a play off before they change direction. Well, maybe they will. It's going to have to be a very quick snap. And they don't. So, at the end of the 3rd quarter, the score 61-7. Bonny Eagle firmly in command. So we're here now to start fourth quarter action. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 39. A low snap. Nope. Gets it over to Moss. Moss on the right side. Here he goes, folks. Oh my goodness, he's just brought down at about the 11-yard line, 10-yard line. Great run for Teron Moss, 29 yards. Or 20, yeah.
Yeah, Sam picked up a low snap, but handled it well. Nice pitch out to the right. And the line, they pulled the left guard around, Ben Levine. They pulled the center, actually, too. And they had some lead blockers coming out against the defense and picked up some yardage.
So a flash of brilliance. Christopher Vincent at center for the Dogs. Will snap. To Nope on the right side, to Griffin Foley. Touch! Well, let's see. Touchdown, Griffin Foley.
That's that quick wide receiver screen again that they did well in the first half with. They ran it a couple times. This time they actually got the blockers out ahead of Griffin. He broke one tackle and was in.
So 10:45 left here in this contest as Foley will now hold for Clark. We'll try to make it 61-14. That's up and through. So 61-14 with 10:20 left in this game. So here we go, folks. Oh, it's a fumble down at around the 3-yard line. And Bonny Eagle will start deep in their own territory for the first time tonight.
Yeah, Josh Pike came in and made a nice play on the sideline. He's one of those seniors that doesn't get a lot of play time. But he came in and he did what he needed to do.
And in the process, he brought down Zach Matoro. So it's Bonny Eagles ball deep in their territory at about the 16-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10.
It's a mix of starters and reserves right now out on the field for the Dogs. So let's see what Bonny Eagle comes out with, if they're going to bring out some of their JV team too.
Well, whatever they do, they're going to have a timeout at the moment here. So with 8:07 left in this contest, so will we. Okay, folks, 1st and 10. Running with the ball is Will White on the left side, and he's breaking it, folks, but he's got he has pretty much beat every Bulldog until finally Zach Elowich takes him down at about the 12.
Yeah, he came through right off the left side. The team was really not ready for it, and when your defensive tackle is trying to make a play 35, 40 yards downfield, that's never good.
So 1st and 10 from the 15. Bonny Eagle threatens once again. This time from the right side, it looks like that's going to be number 33, Nate Ferris, sophomore running back.
Yeah, they're running, the JV team is in there now. They've substituted a lot of players. They're trying to learn their position. They've kept a couple varsity folks in, but right now it's going to be JV on JV.
This score is getting perilously close to 70. As that kick is up and through, and it is 68-14, Bonny Eagle. Folks, here we go. Once again, Napolitano gets the boot on it. And it's Teron picks it up finally here, and he's going to try to fight his way out of there, and he does get forward progress. Will probably bring him up to about the 15-yard line or so. It'll be 1st and 10 Dogs with running time 5 minutes left. Here we go now, 1st and 10 from the 15. We have a flag. So we have too many men on the field for Portland, I think.
Yeah, Silo Magno was in the backfield as a running back, and I think there was a little confusion as to who was going to actually be running back for the Bulldogs as they're trying to get some other players some touches and some looks.
So 1st and 15 from the 10 now. The Dogs a little deeper in the hole. Coming through with a nice carry is Zach Elowich.
Yeah, it was a nice run up the middle. Actually, Ben Levine got right in behind him and started pushing him down the field. They picked up a nice little chunk of yardage.
I think friends off the field, acquaintances and friends on the field. Nice effort by those two young men.
That was a nice 10-yard gain right there.
2nd and well, they actually have it as.
So it was a 14-yard gain. So this is 2nd and 1.
It's going to be a Portland 1st down.
Move the chains, keep the clock running.
That was Jamal Mariba, I believe, for Portland. Number 21. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 32. Folks, there's 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in this contest tonight. And coming through is Silo Magno.
Silo's another one of those juniors that could play next year, play a big role next year. Good to see him getting some playing time at this level.
So 2nd and 9 from the 33. Yeah, that's a nice block to spring. Nope.
Yeah, Jamal Mariba again came up, picked up the blitzing linebacker, stuffed him in the hole, turned him inside and allowed Sam Nope to run around the outside and pick up some decent yardage there.
And there's just a minute left here.
Those are the types of plays that Hartman can show on the game film tomorrow morning. And even though this is a blowout, there are some nice little plays that you can show to show that these kids actually played hard till the end and can improve for next week.
Here comes Nope up the middle. Gets the 1st down. Chains will move, but half a minute left, folks.
So with running time in 20 seconds, the Dogs are probably just going to let this run out. And that's the game.
It's 68-14, Bonny Eagle. And Dave and I will be back to wrap up for you in a moment as the teams are going to shake hands. Show of sportsmanship after a really, really tough game here tonight for the Dogs. So Dave, look, Bonny Eagle came into tonight's game outscoring their opponents 103-7. It's now 171-21 as they beat the Dogs tonight 68-14. They fired, as we said, on all cylinders. Alex Sprague, the big gainer here tonight for Bonny Eagle, with 5 touchdowns on his birthday. The Dogs did have some shining lights tonight.
Yeah, the Dogs tried their best to keep up, and they were just out-muscled. But Zach Elowich had 52 yards rushing and another 2 yards reception. Teron Moss had 50 total yards of offense, which was nice to see. Griffin Foley had that 12-yard touchdown pass from Sam Nope, who also ran the ball relatively well between the tackles and outside. It's, again, growing team. It's nice to see a sophomore as Nope getting some of this playing time, so he'll really should turn it around next year.
Well, Dave, it's a pleasure working with you this evening. We thank you very much. Dave Elowich, as always. This is Steve Schwartz of WPPS TV3 Sports saying so long from Fitzpatrick Stadium, where tonight the Portland Bulldogs have been defeated by the Bonny Eagle Scots. Good night.